within missing persons, one thing, Melissa, you had said you had questioned was the indigenous people going missing. So let's switch gears a little bit and kind of trail that down. Why would there be indigenous children and women missing specifically? We're going to ask our guides, or we can speak with one if one comes through. What do you feel, Danica?
I'm hearing sacred bloodlines.
And what about the bloodline is special? What makes it sacred?
Hearing the actual blood,
If we
like the
trail,
DNA.
and what do you feel, Melissa?
Yeah, there's a female that just showed up, was just saying they're using us, and I was trying to get more information on that, but I do feel like it was along the lines of what Danica's saying, is that it wasn't as simple as a sex crime. It wasn't. It goes
It's breeding.
beyond that. Yeah.
Yes, I'm hearing lineage. Like, yeah.
What about their lineage would be different than those that are damaging them? I realize it's the blood, but I'm trying to see what they say about why would that be unique enough to commit high crimes. I just heard it's older. It's of a different,
I'm hearing sac
unfiltered.
I'm hearing sacred quality.
That's where I'm going with it too, and I was trying to figure out like what's the end game, and I'm getting more pulled towards okay, we've talked in the past about the skinwalkers and how that is a choice, and I'm almost feeling as if what's going on here is a manufactured army, so to speak, like they're being used in sort of that purpose.
It's almost like what they're made of is so rare. It's a sacred quality, like a high quality of.
What would be there's a quality, there's a an aspect, I'm trying to remember the name and I can't. And they're a high concentration and they're in Spain. What are they called? I don't know, but it's weird. I'll tell you about that off air.
I'm just so they're just continuing this. It's they're saying like there it is not by chance that you are seeing it's more females. It is because of the nature of not just the bloodline, but the openness of the female in terms of like those that are have not just, it's not just like psychic ability, it is their ability. The being female seems to have a higher likelihood of this desirable thing that they want.
Well, we understand that usually when random families get their households become randomly haunted for a little bit and then it goes away randomly as well, they usually wind up with a daughter that's around puberty age.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that creation quality.
Yes.
And then on top of that, we're natural receivers.
Yeah.
So imagine overlaying a dark energy. A masculine energy kind of fights to the death, and a female energy will surrender.
And yes, and I think that that's what's going on. That's where there, it's almost as if it is a soul taken hostage. It's not about the physical body.
And well, it is in some ways because, like we said, there is a very sought after aspect with the physical blood, but there is,
Right.
um,
But not about like sex trafficking.
right,
Yeah.
right. They would use things like that to break the soul, but that would not be. In fact, they would almost be guarded in a very specific way. Now, in general, with because my guides are kind of clarifying, they're saying yes, that these indigenous energies have more of it, like that there's a higher percentage or whatever you would say, but they're actually saying that there is that it's not just indigenous, that there would actually be very bright-eyed individuals, is the word I just heard, very bright-eyed individuals who would be sought for the exact same thing. But it's still about lineage.
I'm also getting to that there, and I've never shaken the fact of the choice having like if you had a pool of candidates that you wanted, they're going to go for the disadvantaged or those who were not going to get looked for.
Yes.
Um, and so they are targeted for that just as much as they are for the qualities that they have.
So let's now engage with sort of the angelic energies that would be combating this activity. Excuse me. Angelics or guided or guides. I just heard from my team or a guide that's nearby. I think it's my team. Saying this is old work. And when he says old, he means ancient. This is an ancient thing. It has
Yeah,
always happened.
yeah. I'm hearing it's gone on for a long time.
Yeah, I'm getting that these are like I've not really connected with angels that I've been aware of, but this feels very long established, um, as if it's got its own phylum, like angel, but that is just so long been dedicated for this.
You know, I'm getting kind of a lecture on prayer. They're saying, you know, we've gotten really used to making fun of when people say thoughts and prayers towards people, but they're kind of saying, you know, that does help because that allows, there's something about when we do that, we enact a certain spiritual law. It's almost like we allow permission into that topic or into, it gives them dominion in a way that
Hmm.
they wouldn't have. So there's, because my question internally was, how can we aid you guys in this? And they're saying, well, you can do that thing that y'all think is so goofy, basically, which is interesting. I kind of feel chastised because I'm the first person who used to make fun of like thoughts and prayer, like because people say it so
Well, it becomes
meaninglessly.
flippant. It's like you
Yes.